different sort of news video today, mostly because nothing notable has happened in the gaming world in the past 7 days. So, before the end of the year, I'm demonetising all of my channels and possibly even age-gating them to 18 plus in the near future. Why? Well, simple. I'm done with this parasitical website that has done its damnedest over the past 9 years to suck every ounce of joy from creating stupid fucking videos in its near relentless siege on my fractured fucking mental health. Alright fuckers, prop your eyes open with toothpicks. We're about to talk about the FTC and COPPA. Back in September, YouTube got its cock slapped to the value of $170 million by the FTC, the federal trade cunt, as it was collecting the data of children who watch videos. They violated a thing called COPPA, the Children's Online Protection piss arseholes, that says quite clearly to not do that. As a result, YouTube did as YouTube does and decided that from now on, it's the content creators who are at fault. We now have to mark our content as made for kids, or kids can honestly go and die in a ditch for all I care. If you mark as made for kids, then your videos will have the majority of the monetization removed, as well as info cards, end screen faffery, and the entire comments section. If you mark your videos as, seriously, I hate children, then everything stays the same. That is, unless the FTC decide that your content is actually made for kids, then you can be fined up to $42,000 per video. So, the question that we need a very black and white answer to is...
what's considered made-for-kids content? Per the FTC's guidance under COPPA, when deciding whether or not your channel or video is made for kids, you should think about factors like the subject matter of your video.
Right, thanks Poundland Janet. The subject matter. So, my two are video games and toys, which have been my favourite thing since I was a fucking fetus, so that's not super helpful.
Whether children are your intended audience for the video.
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Whether the video includes child actors or models.
Nope.
Whether the video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, including animated characters or cartoon figures.
Well, that one's about as clear as an interview with Prince Andrew. Take a video from a few weeks back. WWE is a PG-rated show that definitely appeals to a huge number of kids, yet the game is rated 16+. Where does that fall? What about a news video with Pokemon footage in the background? What about Fortnite? Minecraft? Badass babes?
Whether the language of the video is intended for children to understand.
English?
Whether the video includes activities that appeal to children, such as play acting, simple songs or games, or early education. Whether the video includes songs, stories, or poems that appeal to children, and any other information you may have to help determine your video's audience.
2 more nopes and a wild card. Fucking hell, this is about as grey as a DC movie's colour grading.
Ultimately, we can't provide legal advice, so we're unable to confirm whether or not your content is made for kids.
Out, damn spot! Out, I say! Sorry, that was my impression of YouTube washing their hands of this. Look, don't worry. They've built an algorithm, and everything will be alright.
But don't rely on our systems to set content for you. Like all automated systems, it's not perfect.
Well, maybe the FTC aren't gunning for us. It's just a noisy threat thing. Maybe they'll just, at the worst, give us slaps on the wrist and...
Content creators are not sincere or forthcoming with YouTube and designating content as being directed to children. There will be consequences for them. We also think that YouTube has strong incentives to police its platform, both to avoid future enforcement actions by the FTC, but also because it's offering this platform to content creators. And if the FTC is bringing independent piecemeal actions against content creators for violating COPPA, that may discourage content creators from posting content on YouTube. So the analogy that I think of, imperfect, is the expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish. And so it's a place where this content is centralized, and essentially it's easy for us to find.
So, like that 5-year-old's face superimposed onto a man's body just said, if I don't set my content right, which is practically impossible, considering that the information we have would be considered vague even by a bloodborne law writer's standard, I could get my ass legally slapped from here to Christendom and back. So, I spoke to my lawyer and, in a beautiful moment of clarity, I realised something. This right here, this isn't okay. I was taking legal counsel on whether or not uploading a video of me reviewing a toy or a fucking video game was going to land me with a 5-figure fine. In no other fucking job in the world do you have that. Imagine working in an office, but every time you used a stapler, there was a chance that a massive catapult would fling you into both space and debt. That's the YouTube experience. Let me put it this way. YouTube is Hop, your rival from Pokemon Sword and Shield. You're going about your business, having a good time, and suddenly everything grinds to a halt while you deal with that piece of shit's latest implosion of self. He's useless. You know he's useless. He knows he's useless. And yet, here he is, unavoidably forcing you to do extra, meaningless work for him while he fails fucking upwards. Afterwards, the cunt fucks off, vanishes into the grass, only there when he needs me, never the other way around. Boy, do I love seeing him running out of a gym, celebrating that he beat it with a fucking sheep that somehow looks less threatening than an actual fucking sheep. I'd have to use dig to set my expectations for that gym that low. Anyway, you beat him again and fucking again, each time coming out a little more tired, a little more angry, until eventually you snap, sneaking into his tent at night and watching as your Bulbasaur's vines strangle him silently, his eyes wide in fear as the last bit of life drains out of his worthless fucking form. Ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. I'm kidding, of course. They cut Bulbasaur from the fucking game. That's the stage I'm at now, though. Like Thanos going gauntlet shopping, I know that a snap is just around the corner. For nearly a decade, I have been making YouTube videos, and I can't even begin to count the endless disasters and apocalypses that I've had to bin through in this fucking stress that for some reason comes with uploading silly videos onto a shitty website. A shitty website that hates me because I'm not late-night American TV, popular music, or hot glue gunning two fucking ferrets together for some reason. If I sever this financial link, I get to turn YouTube from a shitty boss back into a mediocre video hosting website. And yeah, I will keep making videos as long as the fine folks over at Patreon want me to. Probably even more, because I'm a bit fucked like that. But this way, I don't have to lose sleep when the next big YouTuber accidentally uses 27 racial slurs in a row, vlogs themselves exhuming and then fucking the corpse of Mr. Rogers, or fakes a Red Cross supply drop over a war-ravaged country as a prank. And yes, I get that YouTube fucking promotes demonetized videos in the same way that thoughts and prayers stop disasters. The channel won't be as discoverable anymore, or get on trending, or recommend it, or the fucking whatever it's going to be called in 3 days. But this is freeing. I mean, financially it's suicide, but freeing nevertheless. So thank you, Copper, a law designed to protect children coming from a country where they think bulletproof backpacks is the solution to mass shootings in schools, for being the straw that broke this camel's back. Is it a death knell for YouTube overall? Probably not. I don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck you, YouTube, and fuck you, Copper. I'm gonna live my life by my own acronym. Fucker. Fuck unnecessary corporate knobs create art. Or, if you're of the persuasion that videos aren't art, but content, then fuck. Shit, that is. It's really artless, yeah. So how about the Half-Life trailer?